Namaste. My name is Ritu.
And I'm Shakthi, and we would like to welcome you, our wonderful audience, to our saree draping tutorial.
Saris are a type of clothing traditionally worn by women all over India. They hold a lot of cultural significance for Indians. It's almost a form of art. It expresses grace and elegance. And so, we are thrilled to be able to share with you this hidden gem of the Indian culture.
Before we start, we'd like to thank SAS Culture and the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan for sponsoring this project.
Now, the saree is one of the oldest forms of clothing on planet Earth. In fact, it's so old that sometimes it's hard to answer the question, what is the historical significance of the saree? It's as if every state in India has their own legend, their own stories.
Some say that the saree originated in the great Indian epic, the Mahabharata, while others say that it originated during the Indus era in India.
Now, whichever legend or story you may choose to believe, the important part is a saree holds a lot of cultural significance in India. It is worn by women all over. It is a form of clothing that makes you look graceful. It covers your entire body while enhancing your natural curves in the most dignified of ways.
The saree is really unique in its way that it shows how a woman can manage many things in life while being at ease, while doing her day-to-day chores and duties, while maintaining elegance in a saree, which
it's almost as if you can manage a saree, you can manage a household.
Anything,
because these things are hard to manage, just so you know. Well, now, sarees come in many different forms. You can have something modern, something that I am wearing.
And you can have something more traditional, which is what I'm wearing.
Yeah, now something like that you would wear to festivals and pujas, which is a Hindu prayer session. And something like this you could wear to more so a party, if you will. Nevertheless, though, whether it's modern or traditional, sarees are a timeless trend. You can never go wrong with a beautiful saree. They make you look gorgeous, dazzling, and striking no matter what.
So now we'll be welcoming Prapti, one of our fellow youth ambassadors for the India Pavilion, and Kyra from the Greek Pavilion, who will be our wonderful participant, to show us how to do this, how to drape the saree in the traditional way, which is known as the nivi drape, which I just learned yesterday.
So let's get to the demonstration part of the video. So normally, when you would wear a saree, you would have something like this, which is an underskirt. You would wear this first, and then you would drape your saree on top. Now, for our purposes, we're not going to be using one of these, but it's pretty simple. You just put your legs to it, and then you tie it on the side. So now, the hard part is the actual saree. Draping this 5 to 9 meter cloth, it's very long, and that's the hard part. So that's what Prapti will be showing us here today. So over to you, Prapti.
Okay. So let's start. Let's start with tucking this end piece in.
You always find the part that doesn't have any designs on it and it's plain. And you tuck it in a little bit to your underskirt, I guess, but in this case, to Kyra's leggings.
As you keep tucking, you want to tuck in so that the saree is lightly grazing the floor, as mine and Ritu's are. And when you're tucking it in, you want it to be flat against your body. So then there's no bulging parts around, puffy.
And it's easier if you turn around,
I can help you with that if you want. So yeah, just step over it and bring it around.
Normally when you wear a saree, you don't want to be able to see your shoes. And so that means that it's the perfect length. But for our purposes, this is okay. Otherwise, it's really easy to trip on it and then you can hurt yourself. So be careful with that.
And then bring this to your belly button almost.
Just okay, take the end part now. So just crumble it up.
The very end.
And then you're just gonna...
Make sure you have the right side up though.
Bring it around you.
Shouldn't be twisted in the middle.
And then you're gonna bring it around you, around your body.
Okay, now go around.
Perfect.
Now you just have to figure out the height you want it. So for me, I just wanted it this height.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too long so that it gets in your way, but it should be long enough that it looks nice when you're walking around.
Honestly, it should go past like your knee areas, like the back of your knees. So like around like your shin, calves, that would be a good length.
Okay, now.
Wait, is this the right side?
Yeah. So you're gonna wanna, where does this go? Okay, this is going in under it, so we don't want that.
For a first timer, you're doing really well. I can't even figure out how to do it myself, so.
Okay, now let's take this part.
This is the pleating part. Pleats are the hardest part of a sari, and without the right kind of pleats, the sari does not look very good. So in the end, eventually, what you should have is something like this, right? And so this is what pleats are, and it doesn't matter how many you take. It just has to be enough so that you get to the pallu side of your sari.
And like when you wear it, so there's like there's like ones at the hips here, right? That happens naturally as you're pleating like the front parts and like the part, this is called the pallu, and it goes over your shoulder, right? So when you pleat this, and then you put it over your shoulder and pin it, and then you pleat this, these pleats will naturally come, and when you're wearing a heavier material sari, such as mine, it's kind of important that it's there because it adds to like the silhouette of the look.
Okay, for pleating.
So to pleat, you just put your two fingers together like Prapti's doing right here. Your pointer finger and your thumb, and then you just go back and forth.
Basically like that kind of motion. And you kind of grip the fabric with these fingers that aren't holding the width apart.
It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to get. Do you need help with that? You're managing, fine.
I'm managing.
Let me know if you need
want.
help.
Are you supposed to do all of it?
Yes.
Yeah, all the way. It's gonna take some time.
Oh, my finger's stuck. Hold on.
Now here you have options. Either you can pleat this part as well and have something that Shakthi has and have a pleated part, or you can do something that I've done and just leave it open like this.
Like to learn.
It's easier if you leave it open and it looks more
we'll go
stylish.
easier.
Okay.
This is pleating.
Yes, this is pleating.
You just throw it over your shoulder?
Yes.
Yep. And then for
It should just, it shouldn't be too high up. You don't want it too high up. It makes it look really suffocating. You want it to be a little low, just enough so that, you know, it looks like it's there. A little bit higher on, yeah, there we go.
It's to like, because the main part of the pallu is to be covering like the chest. It's basically like your shirt aspect. So that looks pretty good. What we would do is, if you look at Prapti's blouse and my blouse, which is like the name for the top, crop top, you'd pin it like somewhere in the
right
back
here, like a safety pin here, and
then-
sometimes in the back as well if you don't want
like
it to
how
move.
she has it. But since Kyra's top like is like it doesn't have straps where we can pin it, what we're gonna do, if you could scooch over a little bit, turn around, we'd probably pin it here, like so the camera can see. Right here, so that it stays up and that you're not worrying about the pallu.
But yeah, that was it. You actually just wore your first sari, so congratulations
And you
on
look
that.
awesome. Oh my God, you look so good.
Do a little twirl for us. Yeah. Yes, good job, actually. This was my first time today wearing a sari, and I think I did pretty good. Thanks,
This is
you
my
guys.
second. I've worn it once before.
But yes, so you just successfully learned, for beginners, how to wear a sari the standard Indian way.
Okay, well, today was a learning experience for almost all of us, honestly, because when we heard that we were supposed to do cultural episodes as youth ambassadors, we were like, oh, what can we do? And then we realized this is something that, one, is a life skill for like
Pretty much
all
all
Indian
Indian
women, and two, it's just kind of neat to learn. So Ritu, I, and Prapti, we learned how to drape a sari like in our research coming up for this presentation, and it was really fun. And Kyra, you did amazing for a first try. It took me so many tries to get that good. I'm jealous.
Well, I did have help, so.
Oh yeah.
Also, we would like to thank Kyra for being such a supportive participant for us today, and we would like to thank you for watching our Saree tutorial today.
I hope you guys had fun and you were able to learn something new. This was very rewarding for us. I hope you guys feel the same way. We'd also like to thank SAS Culture and the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan for sponsoring our episode. Without them, this beautiful opportunity could not have been possible. So thank you once again.
Thank you.